My name's Steve Ridgway, just one of many who built this layout. It's called Clarendon because when we first started it, we were in a small damp basement in Clarendon Square in Leamington Spa before we moved to these premises. And we later on added Scrubs Lane because the part of London that we go through is very near the Scrubs. And in 1908 it was spelt with a double B. We developed a sequence to have realistic trains going to real places and at sensible time intervals between them, though obviously much compressed from real life. And the trains are made up and remade as they used to do in 1908. So in some ways, it's a bit of a educational layout. And we've learnt an awful lot as well, but some of the members are very much more well-versed than I am in 1908. So it is very carefully sequenced. And we have around 80 moves all programmed in, and there are some moves you can't do until the previous one's finished. It's shown on the schedule that we use. The buildings mostly are scratch built, especially this end of the layout, and that's using plasticard, various etched parts. The canopies are all scratch built, so there's a lot of brass tube, brass sections used, and of course a jig, so you can make all of the supports the same as each other. The goods shed was based on a drawing in one of the books by Jack Nelson. The canopies were based on photographs and drawings of the northwestern canopies. The main station building is one we had a photograph from a station on the West London line, and one of the group is an architect, and he has software that could straighten up the photograph because it was taken obliquely. He straightened it up and then produced drawings, and then we could build a building from that. The station master's house was interesting because that still exists, and so one of the group went along with a 6-foot staff, laid it against the front of the building, 2 photographs, and had to explain to the owner what he was doing. Everything we've built has been using jigs and gauges, which should help. But of course, moving from a room that's sometimes cold for 6 days a week, then to a very hot exhibition hall, can cause some problems of movement, especially the wooden parts of the layout. Generally, it's not too bad, and it's the kind of thing we enjoy doing properly anyway. Over at the other end of the layout, on the top, we've used some of the card buildings which are available, and the row of terraced houses on the back there are based on the downloadable prints that you can do. You pay for them, you download them, make your own buildings from that. For this layout, we decided to go completely differently. We all wanted to do steam, we all wanted to do P4 as well. It was a little bit about how much stock various people had, so the decision was taken eventually to pick a layout where we could have stock from the interests of several of the main contributors to the layout. So Northwestern, Great Western and Southwestern especially. So picking the West London line, then we could have trains from all of these companies. It was rather based on the Addison Road as it was. Part of the ongoing development of the layout is actually getting more stock, especially the varied carriage stock, because representing the Edwardian scene, there was a lot of remarshalling of trains, which we'd like to do more of. We normally have a back scene, and we don't put it up when we're operating the clubroom because it restricts the access. But there's one that runs all along here, and that was done by one of the members. He took photographs in Leamington Spa, a lot of the Regency terraces, and photoshopped out most of the satellite dishes. There might be one in there somewhere. The next time we're due out is to Expo EM North in September at Manchester, so we're quite looking forward to that. We always take a lighting rig with us, which is bespoke design for the layout. You switch the lights on, all of a sudden the layout comes to life in front of you.